Well, look who finally decided to edit my video a week later. You're probably wondering what exactly I was doing on Thanksgiving, and it honestly was going to be pretty boring, but then I got word of some trains in Norfolk, and surprise, a heritage unit. So I asked my mom. The verdict was yes after a couple convincing words, and we were down to Norfolk. So you're probably wondering if everything went good. Yeah, no. So I'm getting to Norfolk, and the first thing I hear is that a lot of short lines aren't operating in a day. No biggie, even though that's part of the reason I came. I end up setting up at this little spot near Port Lock. Well, the other end of Port Lock. Did I see the Heritage Unit on my first try? Yeah, no. And I wouldn't end up seeing it at all because it evaded me all day. More on that later in the video. I heard some radio chatter, and it turns out it was a switching job. I mean, it wasn't exactly the best thing in the world, but at least I was going to see something. Even my mom was happy that something was actually on time for once. But bad news for us, no, something bad happened. Yes, I couldn't quite get either my GoPro or my other camera to extract the footage. So enjoy about the 3 seconds of video I got while I was recording my camera, filming the switching train that I wouldn't be able to get off my other camera. If I somehow rattle it off the SD card, I will post it. And this is Railfanning on Thanksgiving. Yes, that's about all I got because I couldn't get the rest off of my camera, so I just got the outro. And then I end up moving to the other side of Port Lock Yard at Port Lock Road. Yeah, no, once again, it didn't come that easy because it was a false activation, so then it activated a second time. Speaking of which, when it activated the second time, I had to run like Usain Bolt to set up all of my camera equipment because at least that time it was actually real. Alright guys, we have a train coming. Believe it's an intermodal. I think it's a switching job. Still getting my tripod set up. It's coming from this way. Right, guys? Yeah, if you're thinking the same thing as me, what a joke. Guys! Okay, and here's the real deal. Trailing locomotive. He's leaving Port Lock Yard in Norfolk. Don't know where he's headed. My GoPro's up there recording. I'm filming with my Samsung this time. I don't usually film with this one, but my other camera's dead, so it's almost dead, and it dies quicker while it's filming, so I'm using it for pictures. It actually got some cool ones.
Step up for about 20 sections.
completely separate job also that when I saw. So this is a completely different train leaving, and they're also talking still. That same intermodal job. I think he's stopping. And some people are opting to turn around here. Now it waits here. So now they're gonna go.
Another 12.
So they're gonna come forward another 12 cars. And then after he comes forward those 12 cars, if I'm assuming if I'm right on what I'm thinking he's gonna do.
Another 10 and see where your conductor stands on the cut.
All right, something about the conductor. Don't know which train that is because there's two completely separate trains. He might be actually leaving. I can't tell because the signal was red over there. So he must have gotten track warrant real quick. And there's supposed to be another train. This isn't the train that I'm waiting on, and it was supposed to be on our heels, and then this little guy comes along. So I don't know what's happening.
Go with about 5 more.
Said go ahead about 5 more cars according to my scanner. So if he comes forward, and there's the end of his train, and he's switching. There's no ELT on the back, so he's gonna stop right there. Then his conductor's gonna set the switch. Then he's gonna come back across the crossing. But now it's coming back on up. And now we wait. In a second here, what you're going to see is how he's going to end up from the track that I'm closest to the track that I'm farthest to pick up a cut of intermodal cars so he can leave. What you're looking at now is the west end of Portlock Yard. The track closest to the road is the one he was originally on. He's going to keep going until he hits this little connection track that you see, that third black line at the end of your screen, and then take the Portlock crossover, which is that little cross track right there that says Portlock on it. That'll enable him to switch tracks and then get on the farthest track. While awaiting Norfolk Southern 202, I spotted this ground crewman with a very large antenna on his radio. Wow. He's conversing with the conductor, whoever. I'm gonna switch to my GoPro now. Due to me fiddling with the batteries to my camera, I completely missed the train reversing into Portlock to pick up the additional intermodal cars. However, I got my camera back up and running just in time to see the conductor catching a crew van up to the head end of the train that day, so they could immediately leave right after. This is something we've seen in Newport News on CSX also. They get a ride up to the head end in one of the vans to eliminate them having to walk up there. I don't exactly know how he's gonna get up there, though, but I know he's going to be sitting here for a while. And that's a telltale sign, because he isn't going anywhere until he has his conductor. And that means he's also going to be blocking the crossing for a while, which is going to suck for all these people who keep coming through here. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I don't know which way he's going. So, I'm going to pack up now. So, once he leaves, that'll be it. We're going to go ahead and call this a success and a fail. We've gotten what is kind of a horn show, a wave, a peace out sign from one of the crew. I had thought this would be my last train for the day, as it was getting late and it was Thanksgiving Day and we had other plans. So I broke off from the tracks for what I thought was going to be the last time that day. But then this little guy popped up. So then I tear down to where the Amtrak maintenance away was, and it just keeps evading me. It was just another switching job, and no nickel plate unit. Then I find it already had left on a different train, and the time that I was dancing around Norfolk doing the other stuff we had to do. Oh well. But then I thought I heard something about a train on Sewell's Point. So I raced down to the Y. When I got there, I was greeted by red signals on both directions. And then this happened about 10 minutes later. Alright guys! Here it comes! Yes! We have a WFRX Mac! Oh my actual gosh, you guys. They're going to Portland. Woo! Guys! Wow! So then I hopped in the car at supersonic speed and sped down to the next crossing. Speaking of which, shout out to my mom for the evasive driving to get me there in time, where they had a red signal because of the drawbridge. Guys! My picture of the locomotive, as well as some history on WFRX and the locomotive itself. From what I could find, WFRX is owned and operated by Wells Fargo's banking. It's basically their leasing branch, and they lease locomotives primarily. According to RailroadPictureArchives.com, this is one of the 30 on lease to Norfolk Southern at the moment. Now here's some history on the XBNN SF 8866 WFRX unit. Now according to RailroadPictureArchives.net, the 8866 was built as a SD70 Mac, which is still a SD70 Mac, and was built in 1999. Despite the locomotive being owned by WFRX, it doesn't show on the website yet, and not all of the units have the WFRX on the website yet. Well, that, folks, just about concludes today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share, and leave a comment. And until next time, this is Tyler Stallings